a moment. Niende nizime my WhatsApp because it's going to interrupt the live. Sawa.
Okay. Just you want to end
No,
first.
just give me a moment.
Okay.
All right. I'm back.
You're back, eh?
Yeah. We're good now.
That is fine. Okay, now where were we? We were talking about, I think I captured some of the questions they had written. You can hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. We were still on the education, and somebody wanted to know how long does it take for you to upgrade from BSN to the masters?
2 years. It takes 2 years. Hiyo haina shortcut, iko ni 2 years. But it's not full time. It's also online. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You said it takes about 2 years, right?
It takes 2 years, not about. It takes 2 years and it's online and
Okay.
there's no shortcut there. Hakuna ati kuharakisha. It takes 2 years and it's most of the time, most of the schools are online. Some schools are not online and some are online.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've tackled introduction. We've talked about nurses process for the immigration process, education. Then I think we can go to the next question about what advices would you give to the young nurses in Africa at large and narrow down to Kenya in terms of relocating for greener pastures? Those people who feel like, relocating is the best option for them. What kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, so for young nurses wenye wamemaliza shule ama wenye wanaenda kumaliza shule ama those who just started their career in nursing, there's a whole life ahead of them. They can choose if they want. These things there are people, whether you're young or you're middle-aged like us or you're old, migrating or outside Kenya or outside Africa is not your thing. Kuna watu hawezi survive kwingine. Can you hear me? Unanisikia?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So kuna watu, they can't, it's not their thing. But those people who really, those young people who really want to go outside and they're nurses, I'll just tell them, hey, just get out of your country as soon as you can, because the earlier you get out of the Kenya. Are you hanging? Zippy. Zippy. Hey Zippy, ama niko online peke yangu?
bet. Forgive. Send her the guest request again. Let me add her as the guest. She's very, very, very. We need to have her back. Oh, she's here. What? Network.
Ebu weka nini? Niko na echo.
Ndo nashangaa.
Gosh, I don't know what is happening then.
You're using your bundles ama Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. Let me.
Ama you change to bundles. Is there a way you can use bundles on the other?
Yeah.
Ebu try bundles because I think that I think the network is just jammed or something.
My bundles hazikwangi mzuri.
Or one of you should mute the mic. Oh, how do you mute? Kanini? Can you hear me? Unmute yourself.
Nime-unmute.
Unmute yourself. I'll ask a question and then I mute. So let me ask the next question. You can hear me?
Shida yangu mi ndio niko na echo. Ama
Because I think it's from your end. I don't know. Me, I can't hear though. So I want to ask the next question. Maybe you talk about the culture shock in the USA, what you found when you went there, what you were expecting, is it what you found there, and what are the support systems that are available for nurses and for foreigners. Do we call them foreigners, quotes and quotes in general? Then I'll mute my mic to see if maybe.
okay. So for the culture shocks, yeah, I'm okay now. So culture shocks. Culture shocks, we have a lot of culture shocks. My friend, Kwanza, the first thing, language barrier. My friend, before you come here, please Google your name. Please Google how you're called. I mean, vile unatamkwa wewe. Google your own name. Because like me, my name is Irene. And I used to tell people, my name is Irene. Huh? Irene. And then they go like, you mean Irene? So like, I don't even know myself anymore. So you you Google your name. So anyway, so the culture shocks, language is a problem, really, really, for sure. Like mimi niko na language ingine hapo hivyo, southern accent. It's so deep. Our wazungu, they are speaking something you don't even understand. It's not even English, but ni kitu tu. Yani it's so deep, and they expect you to understand, to talk back. And when you don't talk, you look like you're dumb. You look like you're illiterate. Ni kama ujaenda shule, ni kama, English is not a measure of intelligence, but they will think like huyu ni kama ajenda shule. And when it goes down to even the care you're giving people, patients, because utaongelesha patient, utaongeleshwa na patient like uski, we mwenyewe hakuski, huu mtu atakuwa very confident in you, definitely. So it's really. Guest, did you leave? Hey guests, unmute. Did you leave? Or are you there? See guests, hosts. Zippy, are you there? Your network, Zippy. Where is it, my network? Zippy, are you there? Can people see Zippy? Can someone write? Zippy, are you there? Okay. Okay, so I was saying culture shock. Culture shocks, kwanza language, because you cannot care for people when you hawakusikii, and most of the time people, this thing is really serious. Hii kitu ni serious and it gives people a lot of depression. Ukikuja huku umeenda kuona care for patients, this patient, they don't even understand what you're saying. They honestly do not understand you, and some of the words they speak, you don't understand them. You can understand partially, but you don't understand everything. But you know what? You can always tell them, what did you say? Can you speak it slower? Can you tell me what you need? Kitu kama hiyo. But trust me, they don't even hear what you say. So they lose confidence in you, wanna lose trust in you. It really gives a lot of nurses when wanakuja huku hivi, emotional stress and depression, if so to say, because you can imagine hata inafika point patient anakufaya. Kufaya inamaanisha like patient will tell you, no, I don't want that nurse again. Utaambiwa hivyo and they will fire you live. Watakufaya kabisa, even for the rest of the night. Wanasema, no, I can't deal with this one, I don't want this one, I don't want this person. So it's really demoralizing. You don't know what to do. So but inabidi umejikaza kabisa, and know how to speak with them, know how to say, and know how to talk. When I came here, I used never to understand even the nurses. So nilikuwa na joke with my preceptor, namwambia, do you know I don't understand 50% of the words you say? And then she goes like, yeah, I know. So they also know that watashika ujashika, because they will ask you question and you probably umesmile ama ujajibu, they will know definitely ujasikia. So it's really, I swear, this thing is hard. This thing is a serious thing. The language is so serious. It gives a lot of people stress, because hata utapatana na wengine wa Jamaica wana rap. So it's better, for me, it's better you go to a state where you will meet Nigerians, mwende mkoroge ki accent yenyu huko. You meet Ghanaians, you meet people, different people, so that they can understand you. Hata kama mtu ame twist mdomo kidogo, akajifanya anaongea, American language, but deep inside them, they know what you're saying, they understand you, and you can coordinate. But ukwivi, where I am, I'm telling you, it's a struggle. Me, I tell them, hey, look here, I'm only speaking English for 2 hours. If you want to talk to me for 2 hours. After that, siongei kizungu. But I joke. So it's really hard. So if you really have an accent ya nyumbani, kama wewe ni Mgikuyu, kama wewe uko na Ukisii vingi sana, kama uko na Ukamba, hey my friend, afadhali hata Ujaluo. Afadhali hata Ujaluo. Kama uko na Ukamba, Ukisii, Umeru, Ukikuyu, oh my goodness, you're going to get it hard, because hawatakusikia. They will keep complaining. Hata ukipeana report, watakwambia, what did you say? Utaona mtu hajaandika kitu, but hajasikia tu. It's really a struggle for sure. That is one big culture shock. And as a nurse, whereby you deal with people one-on-one, it's really a struggle. People just go to YouTube and know how to pronounce these things, because these accent classes zenye tunaekewa pale hivyo tusome haziwork. So I think YouTube iko na lessons unaweza sema how you can speak and how you can understand certain kind of people. If you're going to Australia, how you can understand those people, or Canada. I think Canada and US are similar. but Canada English is better because huku US inategemea na where you are. Huko New York ni kitu ingine, huku hivi kwenye tuko it's something else. And now worse is when you get to meet these black American people. Hao watu hata uwezi sikia kitu wanasema. You give up. You tell them, please, can you speak English? Unmute. 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 I can't hear you. Can anybody? I've watched most black movies. Kuna mtu anasikia zipi kitu anasema? Kuna mtu anasikia zipi ama ni mimi peke yangu simsikii? Share. Yeah. Hawakusikii. They can't hear you. I can't hear you as well. Ama ni mute. Can I mute myself? Mimi sikusikii Aki. Sikusikii. I can't hear you. Okay, so now what we do is let me just go over the list of culture shocks, and then as we wind up, because now Zippy has a problem with Uruto. Yeah, I continue, she'll catch up. So what else? Yeah, so I talked about culture shock, language barrier. I talked about hospital culture, your patient, and Kibet, you will ask the question. Just wait a little bit. Ndakwambia Kibet, Paul. Yeah. So I talked about the hospital culture, and in hospital culture, you find that whatever we're used to do is not the same. So what you do here, you come here and make you go down and learn. Jiweke mjinga usome. You learn how things work, because one thing is, we know, like some hospitals home ziko na system ya computer chatting and all that, like Aga Khan, I think they have that, but other hospitals mingi sana hakuna. So you have to do all these kupul dawa, dawa kule kwetu si kama huku hivi, how we pull them. You have to learn again, and then you have to learn the name of drugs, because they are different. Like paracetamol back home inaitwa Tylenol. Utasikia kitu inaitwa paracetamol huku, utasikia Tylenol, and then you will learn all those drugs once fresh. You will learn new things, like kama tuseme, even simple things like vitu za catheter. Instead of saying catheter, you just say Foley. So you learn things. So you lazima ujiweke chini, you learn, and you have to train your mind to be fast, because and then you remember you're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with migrating, you're dealing with your people maybe wajafika, you're dealing with ujapata hata gari, you're dealing with a lot of things. So you have to really catch up, you really have to move fast. Sitashindia hapo, there's a lot of things we can talk about that mpaka siku iishe. Another thing is macultures kama za cards. Huku hivi tunatumia cards kulipa kila kitu, debit credit cards hizo, and then online hizo vitu tunatumia macards, and unlike home where we use a lot of cash na M-Pesa. So that can be a culture shock, but it would be bad for us Kenyans. Stop. It wouldn't be bad for us Kenyans kama kwingine, because as sisi tumezoea online, not online, M-Pesa, so we know something to do with culture za M-Pesa and transactions. Another thing is driving. Of course, it's different. It's the left and you're the right, opposite from Kenya. And so if you when you're coming over, you really, for sure, you really need to be a driver, and a good one. Because sasa ukikuja huku hivi, you're dealing with could drive the opposite side. You're dealing with very fast roads in some of the states, and the rules. Na Kenya hakuna rules za barabara. So you have to really be able to drive fast. Ukikuja huku lazima uende tu driving school Kenya, ujifunze drive and really try to learn to drive. Because huku hivi no one will give you that chance ati ya kulearn pole pole. Some people do, but utalearn too, especially when you live in a not so busy place. But when you live in a busy state, it's really hard, because some of the roads, like in Houston, you don't drive, you the minimum speed you're driving is 100 miles per hour. So that's something. Another thing is, of course, food ni different. Unakuja huku hivi unaonja. Means the first time when we came, they had really cooked for us. Walikuwa wametupikia fish, kienyeji na ugali. Oh my goodness, those things, yani wamejitolea. Ushawaiona watu wamejitolea, they go out of their way, wameenda wametafuta the best fish, wameenda wametafuta kienyeji, because wanajua tunatoka Kenya na bado tuko na hizo taste buds za home. Kienyeji, wameenda wametafuta ugali. Oh my god, they are enjoying, and then you're like, man, what is this? I'm not even enjoying, I'm not even pretending to enjoy, because I pity. Kwanza ugali, it's tasteless. Si kama your home iko na ka taste, it's tasteless, it's flat. And then kienyeji iko na ka taste, fish tu iko tu kivyake. So you're like, man, isi ile ya Lake Victoria. Afadhali hata ile ya Mchina. So like, it's different, the foods are different. So you really have to, you will get culture shock about that. I've never recovered from the culture shock, because I still I still select what to eat. And definitely the taste buds zimekuwa different kidogo, because I can buy nyama ya huku nikule, although I cannot even go to a mall. Like sizi enda Walmart na nikule nyama ya Walmart ama kwa hizo store. Lazima niende kwa maybe hao walalo wa Arabu, au watu wanachinja, hizo ndio ninaweza kukula. Hizi zingine hazipiti. So I'm still niko choosy bad. So food is another thing. And then also baridi nyingine na heat, a lot of heat. They say Africa ni hot and stuff like that. No, there's nothing. There's hakuna heat Kenya, hakuna heat in Africa. This place can be hot. Yeah. So she also asked me about support system. When definitely when you come here the first time, my friend, that's why people keep quiet. When they come here, they really keep quiet. They keep quiet, they don't talk anymore. Na watu wanadhani huyu amefika US amenyamaza. For the first at least 3 months, they keep quiet, they're in shock. they're stressed, the patients understand kule hivyo nini umesha make mistake, umeshtuka huko job, and some of the managers will not even give you second or third chances. They will start criticizing the agency because agency imekuleta na imekuleta kama travelers are not given time to learn. Travelers wa ukweli wanapeangwa 2 days and they're off, ni sawa, as tunapewa like 3 months. So really, and then we are paid money, a lot of money, but then we are paid a lot of money, but all of it inaendea agency. So hospital doesn't care as long as mnatoa pesa yenye inatoka kondio inamata. So they think it's a burden. For us, we are paid a lot of money, but we are learning slowly. So we really have to be fast. We really have to ask questions. We really have to be outspoken and stuff like that. So you get a lot of stress, you know. So for the support system, if you come here with a family, that is enough support system to start with. Although some of them will not understand you, especially the kids. But when you come here, even a friend is a support system. When you floor moja, I feel like when you have a friend, when you come with a Kenyan, when you floor moja, you get really an easy landing, because utamwambia tu mashida zako, utamwambia nisaidie na hii, nisaidie nitafanya aje hii, nitafanya aje hii, and then atakukava, atakuonesha, go through all that. So it's really there is a support system there. Then of course churches, makanisa za huku zinanga watu wengi, but when you get few people, you feel you have at home, you're at home. And then of course, do you know why these people, when we come here, we are so much into YouTube and so much into social media? I think most of the time we are here to social media because we don't si kwa sababu tunataka kuflaws or anything, but ni hiyo boredom. So you get bored na unaona the only other place I can think about ni just go live somewhere and make a YouTube video or some TikTok video, funny silly video, and life goes on. So most people interact on online platforms. So that's another one. And then other people travel a lot. Watu wanaendanga Mexico sana. Mexico is the next destination for many US citizens and residents. Mexico, I think it's a good place. It's cheaper. It's a getaway. Yeah, Mexico and Caribbean. Watu end up for sana. So people travel so much. So niaribia video yangu. So okay. So and then if things get worse, people should just seek counselors. Watu wako tu hapo. Most of the time, insurance ina cover those things, so you can access counseling. Because as we speak, ZP, there's someone I know has depression. When you have depression, you don't know, and you will not even amta agree na mtu mwenye mko naye, mtu mwenye anakuambia. So you see those things, kitu mtu anafanya, ameanza kubeba Biblia, anawasema kila mtu anamroga nini. So those things are real. Me, I thought they were not real, but they are real. Okay, if you have 2 jobs from one agency, oh my God, I didn't shika hiyo, but Zippy, you can pin it. Nisome. Okay, the last one, yeah, you can also get to do something like school. You can also start business to keep time, and avoid, you keep yourself busy. The last one was investment. I don't know whether I should be able to talk this when Zippy is not able to speak back to me, or I can't hear. when Zippy is not able to speak back to me about this investment thing, ama niwache niendelee. Yeah. Ama nitoke and then I come back. Paul says maybe we start again. Zippy, just start again. I'm sorry, people. We are sorry. We are sorry. Just end the live and start again.